Now, obviously, we look over at the Chargers and like I cover the LA Chargers. Austin Eckler, what do you see from him this year? I mean, 38 touchdowns the last 2 seasons. I mean, he obviously gets in the end zone. What where do you see his value at this year?
It's hard to bet against Austin Eckler doing what he's done, to be honest. He has been incredibly efficient. You talked about the touchdowns. Like, his touchdowns per touch over the last 2 years has been an outlier. Like, it's not a normal number, although he's not a normal player, right? So you have to look at those things. And, like, we've had the privilege of having him on the show a couple of times. He is so in tune with the fantasy football community. He went out this year on another podcast and literally said, I'm looking for that 20 touchdown mark. Like, it doesn't always work out that way. They're hard to predict. We've all seen the getting dragged down on the one type of situation, but he's aiming for 20. They don't have competition that I have confidence in. I don't know if you're in that same boat, but behind him at running back,
No.
there's not a name that you have any sort of trust in. So those are the things you look at for continuity and being able to do it over and over again. You got the variable, the new offensive coordinator, but he's not a dummy. He knows to get the ball in the hands of Austin Eckler. So I'm expecting more of the same this year on an offense that there are a lot of fantasy expectations on.
The guy over your right shoulder, a lot of people are
Yeah.
very excited about him. Kellen Moore's offense, everything surrounding this, all the weapons that he has. Do you feel like he is going to be? I don't want to call him a fantasy sleeper because last year his numbers, like you said, just weren't there. But this year, I kind of feel like everybody's expecting, like, again, if healthy, that's going to be the name of my book when I write a book about the
If
Chargers.
healthy. Yeah,
If
no kidding.
healthy, or what if? I don't know, either one.
Yeah, I
But
hear you.
what do you see the value of Justin Herbert in this year's fantasy?
He's a great fantasy pick this year because the value, you're not investing on a top performer like Mahomes, Hurts, and Allen are the top three guys from last year. You have to pay a second or third round pick for them. Justin Herbert's going in the fifth or sixth round. He's going around Justin Fields. And both of those guys are amazing targets in the middle of the draft because you saw last year was a bit of a disappointment just because the touchdown totals were not up where they should have been. He still threw the ball a ton, so many pass attempts, dealt with injuries, right? If they're healthy. The rib injury that he had to recover from, not as mobile. On the surface, without the Chargers disclaimers, he looks like a great pick. But the Chargers also are great in terms of giving you an expectation, maybe not delivering. So I hope it comes through. I know all three of us here at the show, we love him this year.
One guy that I keep on throwing his name out there just because I think with the weapons that the Chargers have and Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, he might shine is Quentin Johnston. For some reason I feel like he could be a guy. What do you make of him? Do you feel like he could? I mean, in the later, obviously, in the back end of the draft.
I think it's a great name to bring up. I mean, you have Keenan Allen is a tried and true first down machine. He's 31 years old. Like, there's going to be a slowdown at the wide receiver position for him. Maybe not this year. I mean, his skill set is conducive to aging, at least.
It really is.
But yeah, I mean, Mike Williams hasn't stayed healthy. Quentin Johnston's a huge body, done so much this preseason that has been impressive. And I think, you talk about an offense that, if he throws 40 touchdowns, right, which is not outlandish, there's no way Quentin Johnston isn't a value in fantasy if he throws that many because the guy is just too big, too strong. If from what I've seen, at least in camp, and you're going to know even better than I will, covering the team closely, this guy has made plays, and that's what they're looking for in this offense. It's going to be hard to stop an offense if you do have a healthy, again, if healthy, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnston. Very excited about that.